Hello everyone. Today we are going to work on creating custom graphic characters to be displayed on an LCD. We are going to use the normal LCD, not the I2C one, the one with 16 pins. We are going to work hard, yes. So, custom graphic characters means graphic characters of your own. So that means you could create anything. For example, I have created a smiley character here and a heart character here. Okay, so we are going to work on how to create these characters, right? First of all, this is going to be displayed in one block of the LCD. How many blocks are there on an LCD? It is 16 by 2. So that means there are 16 blocks in each row and there are two rows and total 32 blocks in all. So each block actually displays one character. So we are going to display one graphic character of our own in one of those blocks. So uh, let us learn how to do it. First of all, to explain these things to you, I'm using Excel. Okay, so in Excel, I have created a grid of 5 columns and 8 rows. You can see both of them are actually 5 columns and 8 rows. In fact, one block of the LCD is also 5 columns and 8 rows. So they match. Now, how are we going to specify what is going to be displayed in each of these? All right. What we are going to do is we are going to specify if this one pixel of this particular block is not darkened, it is not dark, it is going to be denoted by a 0. And if it is dark, it will be denoted by a 1. So you can see that there, for example, there are 5 pixels in this particular row, and all of them are actually off. So you will actually write. I'm going to write besides it. Okay. Now, when you do it by yourself, you can actually create on paper. You can create a grid of 5 by 8, and you can create these small blocks, and keep writing on the right hand side. How do we write? We actually start every line with a 0B. 0B stands for binary. By the way, if you start anything with 0x, that number is treated as a hexadecimal. If you start it with 0B, it is whatever you write is actually uh, a binary. For example, if I write 0B11, it is going to be treated as a 3 in decimal because 11 is actually equivalent to a 3. Alright. If I write 0x11, so that means this is now a hexadecimal number. Hexadecimal number will be the 16 into 1 into 16 to the power 0 and 1 into 16 to the power 1. So 16 plus 1 is a 17, so this will be treated as a 17. You can check it out yourself. For example, in your program, if you write serial.println 0x11, what do you think it is actually going to display on screen? It is actually going to display a 17 on the screen, on the serial monitor. Please check it out yourself whenever you actually want to practice on this. Now, so that means I am going to write all binary numbers. So I'm going to start them with a 0B. I hope that is a 0B. Yeah, it is 0B. And because there are five blocks, 5 pixels here, so I will denote all of them with 00000. Right? What about here? This is also 0B00000. I intend to start it with an O, which is not correct. Now you can see that there are two dots which are actually on here. So we will write it as 0B0100. I hope this is clear to you. This is 0, this is 1, this is 0, this is 1, this is 0. So this is how I will denote this line. Next line will be 0B00000. No problem. This will be 0B, what should it be? 10001. This will be 0B01010, and this will be 0B00100. If I just increase the size of this, you will find that if you just see the zeros, it actually shows you a smiley figure, right? There are two ones here, which are the eyes, and there is one here, and this is becoming as the width of this thing is becoming smaller and smaller. Okay, okay. Did you figure out what numbers to be right? All right. Now these are the numbers that we are going to use in our program. So I'll just copy them. I'll just copy them, and uh, we will actually work on this thing now in our program. So let us go to our program. Okay, we are in our program now. You can see that I'm actually using the same code up to this part, the one that we created yesterday, in fact a few days ago, when we worked with liquid crystal. So we are now working with the liquid crystal, not I2H1, but the tough one. Yes. Okay, now I'm just going to paste those numbers here. So that means the data that I need to create my character, I have created myself. So how do I work with it now? Now what I need to do is to create an array of byte type. Now people who understand array, fine, they can write, they know what I'm doing. But if for class 8 and 9 people who actually don't know arrays, so they can just write the thing exactly as it is. All right. Byte is the data type. For example, int used to be a data type earlier, right? We used to use int, and we used to use a variable. So I'm going to name an array. So I'll call it a smiley. I'll put two square brackets indicating that this is an array. People of class 8 and 9 can just repeat this part of my video again and again to figure out what has happened. So that means first you specify the data type. This array is going to be of byte type. The name of the array is smiley. These brackets indicate that this is an array. And because this is the data that we need to put into the array, so I write is equal to, in braces, in curly braces. So that means I put everything into curly braces, just like we do it with the setup function, right? We have opening and closing braces. So similarly, I've created an array called smiley, which is of type byte, and these are all the values inside the array. There is one thing missing now, is that we want to separate all these elements with commas, except the last one, because there is nothing in front of it. There's nothing after it, so we don't put a comma over there. And we put a semicolon at the end, just like we are ending a statement. Okay, semicolon at the end. So don't forget that semicolon. We'll work on this smiley only now. Okay. All right. We have created the smiley. So what do we do next? Now we need to create our. We have created a LCD over here. Fine. We will now give the command MyLCD dot begin. This is the first thing that we need to do. And the second thing that we need to do is to create the character. So I'll say MyLCD dot createChar. Now, how many custom characters can I create for an LCD? Is 8, and they are numbered from 0 to 7. So you need to number those characters. So this is my 0th character that I'm creating. So I'll write 0, comma, and what is the name of the array which actually stores this? The name of the array is smiley, so I will write smiley here. So what is this command now? This command says create a character number 0. So that means the next character that I create would be a character number 1. The next one that I create will be a character number 2. So this 0 specifies that this is character number 0. And this character will contain the data from smiley, and this is what we actually created when we did the Excel thing. Okay, that's all we need in this part of the program. Okay, in the setup, we just need to create the character. What about the loop now? In the loop, we need to place the character that we have created on the top left corner of the screen of the LCD. So how do we do that? We say my LCD dot set cursor 0 comma 0, indicating it is the 0th column and 0th row. Now we need to write the character. So how do we say? I'll say my LCD dot write 0. Normally this thing should be over. It should be enough. But if I actually write a 0 like this is going to write as character 0, a number 0. I will tell the computer this is basically a byte type. Okay, this is basically a byte type. So how do I specify? Now please remember, people of class 8th and 9th, just write it as it is. So what did we actually do is we wrote character number 0 at position 0 comma 0. Uh, Maybe on the next line I'll display welcome. Okay, so welcome. So what I need to do is I'll need to move the cursor down. So I'll say my LCD dot set cursor, and I'll write 0 comma 1. I want to go to the beginning of the row number 1, and then over there I'll write MyLCD dot write, and in brackets I'll write welcome. Okay, I think that is done. We have created the array, and you can see how I've created the array. Just copy it exactly it is. What you need to change in this entire array is basically the name of the array and the data that needs to be stored in the array. How to create this data, you already know. Just create a 5 by 8 kind of a grid on a piece of paper. Figure out where the pixels should be on, and wherever they should be on, you put a 1 over there, otherwise you put a 0, and start every line with a 0 B, indicating it is a binary number. Shall we just run this program and see how things happen? Okay, it says there is an error. Alright, let us see what is. Alright, begin actually has two arguments, and those two arguments are, we need to specify the number of blocks and how many rows. So that means there are 16 characters to be displayed, and there are 2 rows. Okay, that we have changed now. Let us run this program and see how things happen. Again, my LCD was not declared. Why is it not declared? Okay, the last my LCD has a capital Y. Alright, let's see the thing now. Alright, it is displaying the smiley. Yes, it is displaying the smiley. And it is displaying welcome. So, fine. That's good. Now, this particular smiley is actually showing some dots at the bottom. Let us see what is wrong with our program. Let us count the number of rows here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay, we have just used 7 rows. We were supposed to be using 8 rows. So last one also is required. So in our Excel thing also we actually needed 8. So I have added the last row, and let us see now how things are displayed. Yes, now it is displayed perfectly. So the heart, sorry, the smiley is being displayed perfectly, although it looks like a heart now. All right. Let us now work on one more character, and the other character is the heart. So let us work on the heart now. We need one more row here. Yes. So this is the mistake that we made. So we need one more row here. Alright, so is this row? Okay. So this is heart. This is a heart now. I was going to say this is my heart. Okay. So 0B 00000. This is 0B 01010. This is 0B 11111. This is 0B11111. This is 0B11, sorry, 01110. This is 0B00100. And this is 0B0B00000 and 0B00000. Alright, this is an O, so let me correct that. That is a 0. So let us copy this stuff, and let's go back to our program and see what we can do. So now in our program, in our code, I want to create this heart now. So let me just paste whatever I have created from there. Now, what should I write? Guys, you should know now. I will write byte, and I have to write byte. The name of my array is heart, and bracket open and closed is equal to brace open from here and brace closed over here. Okay, and I need to put commas so that everything is fine. So comma, 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 sorry, comma. So I put all the commas in place. I want to create another character. So I'll say MyLCD dot createChar. I'm just going to paste it, and then because this is now my character number 1, and the character is called heart, so I will use heart. All right, now what do I do now? How do I display the smiley and the heart one by one? So I need to move the cursor one to the right now. So one to the right actually means my LCD dot set cursor. One to the right is 1 comma 0, right? That means I want to go to the second column. And then I'll write my LCD dot right, and I will write byte bracket 1. So I want to display character number 1. And after displaying the heart, I go to the next line now and display welcome over there. Let's display welcome in the middle of the screen. So welcome is how many characters? It's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 16 minus 7 is 9. So 9, I'll just go to around character number 5 there. Character number 4 there. This is the 5th character. So welcome will be displayed somewhere in the middle. You can just check how did I calculate the middle. you need to figure out. Okay? All right. I hope everything is fine. Let us start our simulation, and then okay, it is saying some problem. Let us see. All right. The problem was that we had not put ended the array with the semicolon. I told you that this has to be given at the end. This was missing here. So that done. Let us just see. Okay, it's fine now. Let's remove the code. And you can see that it is actually displaying welcome in the middle. And it has displayed the smiley and the heart one by one. You can see the smiley is actually too much of a joker kind of a smile. So let us change that. Smiley, let's have it flat kind of a thing at the bottom. So let me put this as a 0. Now you can see that these will be displayed on the top, and this is the smile, this is the smile. Okay, you can see that the character is actually created here, and you can just create the character without even creating a grid. Let us see now how things will be displayed. Yeah, now it is appearing a better smiley. All right, I feel that this particular exercise is a good exercise for all of you people. So I am going to use this in our IT competition when it happens. This will be one of the questions. To create a character, I'll give you the character and you will need to create that character. Okay. All right. So I think things should be very clear to you. The basic things we had done yesterday. So today we just learned how to create characters of our own and how to create them, how to display them, how to place them properly. I hope it was clear to you, and I'll see you in the next video.